Dear Diary, we made it to week 2 of fall. You know what that means, right? Well, if not, I'm going to tell you. It means that this week we attend our first Stardew Fair. I haven't been to a fair in ages, as they don't really have that sort of thing in the big city, but there was always something about it that I romance, you know? The idea of getting together with your town and celebrating the cozy times of today. I wish there was more of that in the world. Moments where we were just allowed to just be in the moment. I don't know. It makes me a bit sad at times to think about that things like fairs are dying out, a time once remembered, and all we are left with in the end is the ability to scroll away on our phones wishing for better times. Not to sound too morbid, of course. I'm excited that things like fairs still exist, and while they are still around, I'm more than happy to take part. I will even be placing a few items from my farm on a stand to be judged. Hopefully, I will be able to show what this farm is truly about. Excited to share the results with you. That's all for now. XOXO, the Stardew Diaries. Honestly, I feel like this is the perfect day for us to start our second week. It's nice and raining here. As you can see, we're still working on our farm. You know, we're still trying to make this a home, you know. And so let us continue. Our barn is now finished. Our coop is thriving. Our chickens are peeping. It's all good stuff. And so welcome back. Welcome back. It's so good to see you guys. I really do appreciate the support you all have shown on this series. We also have, I think in the last episode, we got a barn. And so I'm curious why it'll only let me pull out one. Interesting. Oh, well, we don't have any cows, so I guess it's kind of a moot point. But I think we'll actually start this episode getting a few cows and a few blackberries while we're at it, honestly. Let's see. It's the 8th day now, so I know that the fair should be coming up pretty soon. And if I know Lewis, you know, he's going to be looking for the very best. And so hopefully we've got a few items saved up that we can really take advantage of, you know, and really showcase what Hay Place is all about. In fact, while we're here, I'm actually just going to cut up a lot more because I know we need a lot of hay. You know, our new cows, our cows that we're going to get, they're going to need a place to stay, but they're also going to need food. And so good opportunity to prep a little bit, but I'll probably leave it, you know, a decent amount of grass to grow back, but all right, it should be pretty good. Yeah, about 45, yeah. 50 should be pretty good. The funny thing about like cutting up, you know, this grass, getting some hay is it's kind of hard to stop, you know. You look at it and you're like, "Ah, this could look so much better." You know, I could see us putting some fencing around here, you know, just to kind of keep the grass in line. You know, nice little boundless field and all that, but I guess we'll see. We'll get to that. And thankfully, because it's raining, it gives us the opportunity to not have to water as much. Look at that. Look at that. I almost forgot we put a well here, which actually looks phenomenal. And our garden is truly thriving. Now, I want to finish up this path. We just need more clay. But hopefully when we get enough clay, we'll be able to finish that up a little bit. All right, let's see what we got. We've got a decent amount of stuff going here. Yeah, the brick floor, we need clay for that. Was there another one we were trying to build? Rustic plank floor, I think, is what we were potentially trying to build, but... And then maybe some fencing. But I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here. I would like to get cows. I would really like to get cows. I don't know if Marnie's is open on Mondays, but I guess that's something we're going to find out. Oh man, they weren't kidding. They were not kidding when they said that blackberries were all around. I feel like it's a good idea for us to grab all those. All right. All right, so Marnie's. What should we get? I know we want to get cows, so now that we've got a barn, we could at least start off with maybe, I don't know, maybe like 1 or 2 cows to get things going, right? We might only really be able to afford 3, honestly. So let's see. I like the idea of doing like a cow theme. So maybe like Moody. Yeah. I think it works. And then maybe we'll do let's see, maybe it'll give us a cow name. Razabella, Fresnel, Greppa, Frickus, Sadie. Huh. Mover. Yep, that's it. That's it. I didn't think it was actually going to give us a cow name, but I will most certainly take it. And then I think we've got enough for maybe 1 more. So we've got Mover, we've got Moody, and we've got Jill. Just random. Just absolutely random. I don't know. All right. Do we need anything for the pets? We've got plenty of hay. Gather milk from your animal. A milk pail. Ooh. I feel like we probably need that, right? Milk the cows or something? Oh, could be good. All right. So now we got some cows. They should be, I don't know if they're already going to be here, if it's like the next day, but let's take a look. Yeah, look at this, man. The grass is getting out of control. We need to put a fence or something. You know, just a little bit of fencing, I think could help us kind of control this chaos a little bit, you know? Because this is getting messy. All right, it's already looking better. Already looks moons better than what it did before. All right. Okay, so we got our cows. Okay. Nice. Can we put the milk pail anywhere? Or we just have to hold it? You know what maybe we should do? We should put a chest. Maybe if we put a chest inside, then that could help us, right? And then I guess we'll do just a little bit of wood fencing, you know? Just to kind of keep things a bit organized, you know? I feel like we could. And then I think we should check the board. I think the board should be available today too. But I'm going to put this chest down first. We'll, I guess we'll throw it. Maybe we'll throw it over here. And then we could throw our milk pail in it. All right. I should probably do the same with this area, with our coop as well. You know what I mean? Put a chest in here for all the eggs that we carry. I should have grabbed that already. I didn't think about that. And then we could put out here, we could put all of our other items. Anyway. Let's see. So the goal was to just create a little bit of separation here. And I think we might actually move this. Yeah, probably do the same with this one. Now, from what I've been told, this should allow us to create a little bit of, you know, tidiness in our farm. I don't know how the cows are gonna. I don't know. We could probably just block the whole thing off, right? I wonder if a gate might have helped. Maybe if we did it, if we had a gate, it could help. But that's a good start. You know, the cows will just have to go. They'll just have to go around. You know, an easy fix though. Not bad, not bad. And then over here, we'll do the same thing. There we go. All right, so this should contain the grass, at least just a little bit, at least keeping it away. And, you know, it's something that I think we're going to continue to work on. You know, as time progresses, we'll continue to build out that section and, you know, build out that area. But, yeah, should be good. All right, we'll take some of the eggs that we've got and just keep that going. Keep the money train flowing, you know? All right, so we'll buy another chest for our eggs. And then what do we need for preserve jars? A lot more wood. A lot more wood. Okay. Let me grab the wood that we have. Actually, you know what? We don't need to. We don't need to. I do want to probably put a little bit of this stuff away. Let's see. What is this one? It's all seeds, right? Seeds, and I think that's about it. Kind of forgetting how we had this whole thing organized. There we go. Looks pretty good. I think this one might have been fruit. Yeah, this one's fruits and pretty much everything else. Now for cranberries, we might actually sell the cranberries because I know they continue to grow. But I know jam is pretty good for, you know, if we really want to capitalize on that. Getting more jam is probably key. But I might keep some of it, but I might sell some of it too. But you know what? I'll sell all this stuff after. I'll sell it after the event. Because I wanna make sure we have enough gold star things. Because I'm assuming they're gonna want gold star things for us to win. And so probably just, I don't know what our theme should be. Should we do all gold star vegetables or fruits, or maybe mix it up? Honestly, we probably should just put up a bunch of fish. I mean, fish has kind of been it's kind of been our gold standard. Honestly, at this point, I'm just looking to get as much wood as we possibly can. Because I feel like we're always running out. I didn't, you know, and when I first started playing this game back in spring, I had no idea how important wood would be. You know, we basically need it for everything. And so, you know, it's kind of one of those things where, looking back now, it would have been nice to maybe invest in, you know, chopping more trees and things, but, you know, I guess there was really no way to know. Now, I wonder what it would look like to put a path around this whole thing. Like, all around these, the barn and everything. I wonder if that would look pretty good. All right, so now we got enough wood. All right. So that's looking good. Now, we talked about putting a, what is it, a shed? Now, a shed's pretty expensive. I think it's like 15,000 or something crazy like that. And so... Oh, wow. The coal's made pretty fast. Oh, so you could just kind of keep this going. I think it was by the time we walked over there, we had already gotten... It was already done. All right. Well, that's pretty good. It's about 10 p.m. now, so I don't know. Today was pretty much just about, you know, kind of working on this path a little bit and, you know, honestly just chopping as much wood as we can. Honestly, I think I'll leave some of these trees alone. I feel like we might need some of these. Kind of want to clean up our farm a little bit. I hate that you guys had to see it like this. I know it's definitely not the prettiest, but you know, it's a work in progress. There we go. All right, chop a few more trees. All right. There we go. Looking good. All right. Now that that's done, let's see. Yeah, it looks like we have some gold star stuff that I think will help us out a decent amount. I'm still mad we didn't use this rare seed. By the time we realized that we hadn't used it, it was probably like it's probably already on its, you know, the 8th day or something. Mossy seed. Interesting. I thought I had a lot more melons. I think that's what I was looking for. Oh, we have 17. Okay. We have a decent amount. A decent amount. Definitely not a lot. We could make 2 more preserve jars essentially if we wanted to. But I do want to fill this whole area up, you know, and eventually this will turn into a shed, you know, and there will be a path that kind of leads us to, I don't know, a nice centerpiece would be good. I wish we could put like a fountain or something. I feel like that would look pretty nice. All right, we're going to sell this mayonnaise. We'll sell this stuff too, honestly. All right. I guess we'll hit the hay. Honestly, you know, wasn't a whole lot, you know, with it raining. I guess I could have hit the mines or something, but I don't know. I think what we were doing was pretty good. All right, so today we've got the bookseller in town. It's going to be cloudy with gust of wind. And then the spirits are in good humor. I think you'll have a little extra luck. Okay. All right, well, we'd love to hear that. 1 week from today, we are holding the Stardew Valley Fair in the town square. It's the biggest event of the year, drawing people from all across the country to our humble town. If you'd like, you can set up a garage display for the event. Just bring up to 9 items that best showcase your talents. You'll be judged on the quality and diversity of your display. The fair starts at 9 a.m. Don't miss it. All right. I didn't realize it was a week from today. I thought it was next. I thought it was this week. Well, that's okay. We pivot, you know? We pivot to the next thing. I don't know what we're going to do now, but I'm sure we'll find something. All right, look at our little cows. All right, they're looking good. They're looking good. Everyone's coming out. Hello, hello, everyone. Hello. Man, so technically the fair isn't until week 3. Well, that's okay. We can still prep for the fair, you know? I think this can still be a great opportunity for us to, you know, kind of prep for the fair. Try to see if we can maybe get lucky, get some rare items, rare gemstones or whatnot, you know, and kind of see what happens from there. All right, let's check on our garden here. All right, things are looking good. Things are looking good. The amaranth is coming out. Nice. Okay. All right, the grapes are looking pretty good. Seems like they're still getting watered, which is really nice. That's what we like to see. All right, so the grapes are getting watered. Honestly, I could totally see us just making a winery, you know? Just having a nice winery. Feel like that could look good. All right, so I did say the spirits are happy, so we could try to see about hitting the mines. I know we can always use more coal. We could always use more, pretty much everything. Honestly, we are so strapped for resources right now. You know, preserve jars, more mayonnaise jars. What is that called? That's this, right? Oh, now that we have cows, we should make a cheese press. Turns milk into cheese. Maybe we'll make money off that. We got cheese, we got mayonnaise. We don't have any earth crystals. Well, that's baloney. All right, let's head into town. Let's see. We'll break some of these things open at the local blacksmith. Maybe we'll get lucky with some of the things that we need. Outside of that, look at all this gold ore that we have. Holy moly. All right. Yeah, we definitely need to do that. We'll get those going. Unfortunately, that will take some time, but that's okay. We've got things we've got to go do as well. You know what I've always wanted, guys? I've always wanted a horse. I've always wanted a horse. Now, you know, I don't know if we could afford such a thing. I don't remember how much it cost. Was it like 10K or something like that? Something crazy like that. Now, if we could get our hands on 10K, we could build a stable. And that could be really good. I wonder if we'd be able to ride our horse. We'd have to, right? That would be such a game changer. We would name our horse Dandelion or Daffodil or, you know, something like that. All right. Look at this. Okay. Is there anything? Is this just a people's train? Because somehow that would not surprise me. I feel like the train's been a little disappointing for me. Every time I go to it, I don't really get anything. I mean, it's a cool, like, live thing that happens. You know, it's like, oh, you know, there's there's a train passing through. That's neat. But I don't really get too much from it, honestly. So yeah, we could either upgrade our house or we could get a stable. You know, I think that's really where we're at. I'm trying to see if there's a possibility we could catch any rare fish or something, you know? I heard some fish are only available certain times of the day, which I did not realize. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Mystery box, a diamond? Oh, totally worth it. That was very much worth it. I wish Clint would buy your gems from you. Seems like a reasonable thing to expect, you know? All right, so a lot of the same fish that we've been getting already, pretty much since the fall. All right, yeah. Unfortunately, a lot of the same fish that we've been getting. I was hoping that we get something new, but doesn't seem to be in the cards today. All right. So the plans continue to proceed. We've got our community center. We're still working on that as well. Haven't gotten too far in that, but let's see. Actually, where are we in the community center? All right, we're almost done with this one. We're almost done with this one. We just need to get a couple more fruits: pomegranate, peach, cherry. We could get cheese, maybe. Maybe get some cheese, possibly. Okay. And then the fall crops. Fall crops are still coming along. I know we'll have these in the next couple days. And then, of course, we've got our animal bundle. Yeah, no, we could. I definitely could see us finishing these. I don't know how the heck you get goats, but you know, I guess we'll see. All right, let's just see what the bookseller is selling. I doubt it's anything that we need or want, but you know, it's always fun to just see what she's got. All right. Stardew Valley Almanac. We got the Way of the Wind. We've got Horse the Book. You get a little extra speed when riding a horse. Okay. All right, the price catalog. We've already got that. Is that it? And then we could trade books. Oh, wow. Imagine trading a book for 20 pieces of coal. That would be a fine trade if you ask me. Ew. Had to be done. Had to be done. All right, let's see what Clint has got for us. All right, we'll see about this mystery box. Give us some bombs. Nice. Oh, we're definitely going to run out of space. Unfortunate. Unfortunate. Okay. Some hard choices must be made. I didn't realize when we did this that we were going to run out of space. All right. Yeah, we're definitely going to run out of space, though. I should have known. Dude, honestly, just keep giving us coal, because we definitely need it. We definitely need it. Alright. Well. Let's see if there's anything that we can donate. Oh, we got this. Okay. Alright. Something. Maybe we'll go to... I guess we'll go to Pierre's and sell a few items. Acquire a little bit of instant money, perhaps. $30 pieces of wood to Robin's cabin. I think we could manage that. All right, so let's see. We'll sell, honestly. All right. It's unfortunate he doesn't buy fish or anything from you. So we could definitely make good use of that. All right, so let us acquire. Let us see what these other one give us. Okay. Star shards. Interesting. 10 coal. Okay, I'm glad we brought these over because we definitely were low on coal. We needed coal big time, and it seems like it has delivered. More star shards. I'm curious what those are. I don't know. I've never seen that before. Just filling up our pockets with absolute trash. Unfortunate. All right. That's good for now. That's good for now. I think we'll just come back. Let's turn these. I guess the star shards are new, so could always turn that in. All right. All right, there we go. Our collection is growing right before our very eyes. Let's take this back to the bus stop, and then we'll kind of go from there. Oh, look at there's wild plums everywhere too. Wow, can we really, we're really out of space? Okay, this is killing me. It's actually killing me, guys. We got 36 spaces and we're still out of space. Insanity. All right. No one knows how these form. Some scientists claim that the microscopic structure displays unnatural regularity. Interesting. All right, I'm going to keep this bullhead for the festival. I feel like that's a good idea, right? Let's see. All right, we're going to sell some of these items too. All right, I think that's all we can really sell. All right. Let's put some of this stuff away. Or really a lot of that stuff. All right, frozen tier. We'll put that stuff away. Pretty much all this stuff. That as well as this. All right. Looking good. Let me grab, I don't know where we put the wood that we were, you know, stockpiling. Where did we put that wood that we were stockpiling? Honestly, I lose track of our items so easily and so often. It's actually insane. There we go. All right. So we're about halfway towards our decision of whether or not we're going to build a stable or we're going to build an upgrade for our house. And some challenging questions, some challenging decisions are we are being faced with at the moment. All right, we got the pomegranate. And so, let's see, how close does that make us towards one of those bundles? We got the pomegranate. We just need one more. We can get cheese. I think we can get cheese, and then this one will be done. This one will be done soon too. And then this one, just a matter of time. Okay. All right. Just a matter of time, y'all. I'm excited. It's good that we'll have one of those bigger ones done. All right. Let's see. Throw some of these eggs in here. Keep the mayo coming, you know? All right. All right, looking good. All right, what do we got here? Melon jelly. Holy moly, 225 energy? Just those 6 sell for 3,000. Jeez. All right, we gotta capitalize on this. Absolutely. In fact, we got a lot of, let's see, can we make any seeds, any seed packs at all? Or let's see, we can make one. We can make one seed pack. All right, it's better than nothing. We'll just go ahead and toss that in here. Smallmouth bass we don't need. Okay. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. All right, so let's go ahead and throw more of these in here. This is really gonna, I feel like this is going to be how we make our money. At least for the rest of the season. And yeah, that makes me happy. That does make me happy. Now, honestly, we could extend this and potentially put a second little square, you know, space probably in here, but that way we could have one that's just for preserves and the other that's for, you know, pretty much whatever else we want to do with it. Still trying to figure out how we want to use this space, you know. I feel like, you know, I think about this a lot, just thinking about, you know, how we want to put things and where we want to put things and all that kind of thing. So it's a lot. We only have 2 apples. Unfortunate. We're going to put some of those items in here. Got our pomegranate. We got our apple. Looking good. Looking good. All right, we're going to put our coal away for now. You know what would be a good item? We could put our dinosaur egg. We could probably put our dinosaur egg up, right? I feel like that could be good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it does. We'll see how it does. All right. Yeah, let's put this row away. There we go. The amaranth, I'm going to hold on to just for a minute. I don't really know what to do with it right now, but it is deemed a vegetable, and so it It does fit in here. All right. Okay. I think we're good there. All right, let's hit the mines. While we're here, we might as well, right? Actually, you know what we should do? We should probably check and see what the quest is. Perhaps see what the game would like for us to do. Yeah, I'm just going to check. Just going to check really quickly. Oh, we got some townsfolk walking around too. Is this Leah? I wonder if I could make a collage out of dried leaves. Oh, very possible. Very, very possible. All right, we have fragments of the past. Call an amateur paleontologist. I need 100 pieces of bone. Yeah, I don't know where I'm getting that. I have an idea. There's a lot of trash in the water. Why don't we fish some out and make the valley more beautiful? You want me to actually fish for trash? Dude, both of these are terrible. 100 pieces of bone? What even are you doing with all of that? I don't even know where I would get 100 pieces of bone. I don't think I've ever picked up a bone. All right, we'll take the fishing one, I suppose. You know, I don't really know. Don't really know what we would do with that. I guess the question is how much. Let's see, how much cleanup? Gather 20 pieces of trash. Dump the trash in the recycling bin. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be tricky too. I don't typically hunt for trash, you know, in the you know, when I go fishing. But you know, we can see. Maybe we get lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky. What is this, by the way? I don't think I've ever done this. Use 300 pieces of wood to fix the bridge. How much do I have? 326? Dude, I don't know. I don't want to impulsively do that. I was always curious, you know. I was always curious what's over there. You guys think it's something good? If it's something good, I you know, I don't mind doing it, but there's something that tells me it's probably not, you know? Not for 300 pieces of wood. Absolutely not. Well, then there's that part that says, you know what? Maybe. Just maybe it is, you know? I don't know. I think 20 pieces of wood is crazy. I feel like that's a lot of luck, you know? I don't think we're going to try to go for it, but you know, if it happens, if we get 20 pieces of trash, then great, but it's not something I really see us happening. It's not something I see us doing. Honestly, we're just looking for fish out here. You know, we're just looking for fish. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing crazy. You know? There we go. We're getting a lot of albacore. Getting a lot of albacore. I'm assuming they must be pretty good. There we go. You know what's so funny? I feel like as soon as we picked up that quest, ironically enough, we'll never get a piece of trash ever again. That's what's crazy. We won't get a single piece of trash the rest of this week at least. And then as soon as the quest ends, we'll start getting a bunch of trash. Guaranteed. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? 3 pieces of seaweed and a Joja Cola can. Not a single piece of trash. That's actually insane. But you know what? It's fine. It's fine. All right. Back to thy bus stop. We'll turn some of these items in. Let's see. I think we might keep this clam though. I mean, it could show our sturdiness and our aptitude with the fish, you know? And so that could be good. The oyster can go straight to the trash. Or I guess in the bin, you know? You know what I mean. The albacore. We'll keep one albacore. We'll keep one bullhead. And we'll decide which one we wish to use. All right. Kind of trying to clear up space a little bit, you know? I feel like there's opportunities for us to, you know, kind of... I feel like we're sitting on a decent amount of money. Like, look at these. We got 2 bone swords. Probably don't need those. You know what I mean? You know, some of this stuff I think is worth keeping, but others probably not so much. Like this crayfish, maybe, probably not. You know? So we'll get rid of some of that stuff. Wow, ruby sell for 1,000? That's crazy. Oh, no, they don't. They sell for 250. Okay. That seems much more realistic. All right. Looking good, looking good. All right, now we will get rid of some of this stuff. There we go. I'll keep 2 of the melon jelly for now, but we'll sell the rest. Oh yeah, the bone swords too. Totally forgot. Oh, it does not allow me to sell the bone swords. That is unfortunate. I don't understand why at all, but okay. Fair enough. I respect thy decision. Okay. Once again, another day complete. It is time to turn in. Wow, almost a 10,000 gold day. 7,000. I mean, we sold a lot of stuff, though. We really did. That might be our highest grossing day yet. I don't think we've ever beat 7,000. I've had a couple 5,000 days, but yeah, I don't think I've ever hit 7,000. All right, so it's Wednesday. Let's see. It's going to be cloudy with gusts of wind throughout the day. Let's see. The spirits are mildly perturbed. I do want to hit the mines, though. I do think hitting the mines could be a good way to spend our time. Let's see. We got oak resin. Let's check our farm. Got some broken glasses. All right. Probably not the best. Check on our cows. Check on our chickens. Hello. It seems like our gate is working to keep the drama at bay. And by drama I mean the weeds, you know. We still have that chest? We do. I wanted to put one in here. I kept forgetting. That's kind of be where we house our eggs. Honestly, we probably could put the mayonnaise machines inside, right? There we go. There we go. A little water in our cat's water bowl. Nice. All right. Let's see. So we got 13,000 today. The question is, what should we do with it? You know, what should we do with it? All right, I'm just gonna put these glasses and stuff away. The crayfish we'll hold on to. Mayonnaise we'll get rid of. And in terms of some of these higher ranking items, I'm gonna throw them in here for now. But we do have the eggplant though. I think we need one more apple, right? I think it was in the bulletin. Yeah, we need 3 apples. Unfortunately, we only have 2. But we do have the maple syrup. All right, we're making some progress. We're making some progress here. We got the oak resin. Okay, we already got the oak resin. Nice, okay. All right, cool. Cool beans. Okay, so, yeah, now I think it's time we decide what we want to upgrade. If we want to go for our house, well, then you already know what that means. I know many of you might say that the house is probably the most important thing to upgrade. You know, at least, you know, earlier on. The earlier the better, probably, right? But there's a part of me that just wants a horse. You know what I mean? I just want a horse. That's all. I don't want much in life, nor on this farm, but a horse. Now, a horse does sound pretty darn nice. All right, this looks to be a decent... Oh, wow, look at all these, man. Holy... Look at all this stuff. No, this is good. This is good. This is good. This is great. I don't know what we're going to do with all these blackberries, but probably just sell them. This reminds me of the salmonberry epidemic that we had going on back in the spring. Town was overrun with salmon berries in the best way possible, you know, the absolute best way possible. All right, well, I guess we'll cut up some of these trees. All right, I think that's the wood that Robin needs. So we'll help her out with that, and then if we do decide we want to go with the house, then that's going to cost us about 10. I think it's like 450. I think it's like 450 wood or something like that. So, you know, that's going to cost us a pretty penny. We want to come prepared. Honestly, I might try to upgrade my axe again. But I think we'll save it. We'll save that for the end of the season, you know? Honestly, we'll save that for the end of the season. All right, what do we got? 482. Not bad. Could be better. Could be better. I'll get these 4 trees here, and then we'll head over to Robin's, just because I know I have a knack for getting sidetracked and then completely forgetting what I was doing. And then by the time I remember that I needed to go to Robin's, it'll be like 8 p.m., you know? All right. That puts us at about 480 or 580 actually. So looking pretty good. Now I would like to add another cow. What do we got? 3 cows right now? I think a 4th would be really nice. But we'll hold off. We'll hold off for now. Oh, we didn't even check on our plants, did we? Our crops? Let's see. Okay. Looks like things are growing. Pumpkins are still taking forever. I probably should plant some more. I probably should plant some more stuff, right? Yeah, we will definitely get on that. All right, we can make 5 more preserve jars, but we need a lot of wood for it. Oh, wow. 2 survival hamburgers. What the heck? Nice. +3 foraging. Pretty cool. All right. All right, let's see what we can get. Let's see what we can get. What are we doing, guys? What are we doing? What is the decision here? Are we investing in a stable, or are we investing in our future? I guess in a way, investing in a stable. I see. The thing is too, like, how much does a horse cost? Because we still have to buy a horse. You know what I'm saying? Maybe we'll give him a survival hamburger. I feel like we made the right call. I don't know. We got 2 hamburgers. I mean, might as well give him 1. To spread the love a little bit, you know? Let me see what's going on with the bubbles here. Let's check this out really quick. Absolute trash. More trash. We love it. We love it. We love it when we hit the bubbles and then it just gives us nothing but trash back to back. There we go. Some copper ore. Better than nothing, you know. I'll take it. Nice. All right. We must leave because we need to go to Robin's. Honestly, we do need goats too, so maybe we'll see how we go about getting goats. All right, let's give her the wood that she asked for. All right. So that's done. All right, a little extra money, always good. Oh, so trash counts as, there are other things that count as trash too. Interesting. Okay. All right, so we can upgrade our house for 10,000 gold and you'll need to provide 450 wood. Okay. Or we could, let's see, buy a mill. We need 4 cloth. Okay. We need a shed. We do need a shed. Empty building. Fill it with whatever you like. We just need a couple. We just need a little bit more. We could get a shed. That could look nice. A fish pond. We've definitely dreamt about getting a little bit of getting a little fish pond. Oh, wow. You need 100 hardwood? Dude, that's insane. These prices are crazy. 100 hardwood? Oh, the horse is included, though. And it takes 2 days to make. All right, let me go see. Let me go see. I just want to see how much hardwood do we have. Actually, you know what? I don't know, guys. Let's just upgrade our house. Let's just do it. I don't know what it's gonna do, but let's just do it. You know, I feel like we're avoiding the inevitable here. All right, we did it. It's done. Decision has been made. Was it the right decision? You know, honestly, I have no idea. I have no idea if it was the right decision, but I will say that you know, we needed to make a move, you know? We needed to make a move. We needed to do something. And you know, I think we made a decision. I think that's the most important thing. You know, the most important thing is that we made a decision. And sometimes, you know, sometimes that is the hardest decision to make. Is any decision. But we did it. We did it. I'm proud of us. You know, I know some of you deep down were thinking about the house. And maybe others were thinking, hey, a horse could be good. You know, a horse could be good. And you probably hate me a little bit. You know, you're like, I can't believe you did that. You should have got the horse, man. But who knows? By the time our house is upgraded, we might have enough for the horse. You know, you never know. You really never know. But I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful. All right, so we got a little wood left over too, which is really nice. So I think all things considered, it could have been much worse, you know? Somehow. All right, we'll put that away. We shall apply thy copper here. All right, oak resin. I don't know where to put oak resin, honestly. Sometimes these things just don't. This is what? Artisan goods? Yeah, we'll just throw it in there, I guess. I don't really know. We have a lot of blackberries. I'm curious what the jam equation is for blackberries. All right, we can make more preserve jars. Oh, 2 more. Honestly, I feel like we should just keep making coal. You know, I feel like we should keep making coal. Because coal is very, very important. And the mayonnaise is really coming through for us. I will say that. You know, the mayonnaise is coming through big time. You know? And I feel like, you know, if we just keep investing in mayonnaise, we could be rich, you know? I think it's just nice passive income. You know, I would say it cooks pretty fast in the machine. And then, you know, there we go. Honestly, part of me wonders if I should have just put the charcoal kilns like over here. Now, we talked about investing in improving this space, turning it into like a workbench of sorts, but you know, I haven't decided really how that would even look. I will say, guys, you know, I do find it challenging. You know, I hear what a lot of you were saying at the beginning. You know, when we started this journey, we talked about, you know, you talked about, a lot of you, how difficult it would be, you know, building on this farm. And I'm seeing it. I'm seeing it every day. I'm like, this is tough. This is actually kind of tough. You know? It's just the layout, I think, that makes it really difficult. I think the layout is the toughest thing. But I think as we continue to add more buildings and things, I think it'll get easier to figure out where we want to put everything. Because we don't even have everything. You know, we don't have a shed. We don't have, you know, you know, we don't have the bigger, bigger barns and things. And so I think there's pieces that we're definitely missing that will certainly add to our, yeah, I think there's pieces that are missing that will certainly add to our space, right? And so, you know, once we get that stuff, I think it'll be easier to figure out like how we want to allocate space. But right now we're just kind of just throwing things places and, you know, whatever looks good in the moment and just trying to figure it out, you know, as we go along. A diamond, nice. Nice, we love to see that. A lot of good stuff down here. There we go. Nice. Time to eat thy survival burger. Yes. Okay. There's a great area for gold farming. There was a time where I wasn't sure how we were going to get gold ore. I had no idea, you know? And here we are. We're just swimming in it, you know? Just swimming in gold bars all the time. It's a beautiful thing. I think that's what this game does so well. You know, it offers an opportunity of real like progression. You know, I think we all started a spot in the game at some point where we're all kind of in the same position. We don't really know what to do. You know, you're kind of learning as you go. And then you look back, no matter what that journey looks like, you've at least made some progress, you know? And would I inevitably like to be a little bit further along in certain aspects of this game? Sure, you know. If I could go back, would I do things a little differently? In some areas. But you know, that's a part of the process. You know, it's honestly what I really enjoy about this game. You know, I feel like there's so many different ways that you could do it. There really is no wrong way. And as I'm playing through this game, I'm already thinking about ways in which if we were to do it again, we were to build a different farm. There's a number of ways that I would love to do things just a little bit differently, or maybe in a different order. You know what I mean? But that's why we play, you know? We play for that feeling, you know, that I feel like you don't get all too often anymore in a lot of games. You got to credit this game for offering that feeling of true satisfaction when you do something. You know, when we level up, when we accomplish a goal, complete a quest, like it feels good. It really does. It feels like the time you spent, you know, sometimes, you know, being very limited is really worth it, you know? All right, it is getting late. Unfortunate. We only hit 85, which I think we'd already gotten to, but that's okay because we actually got a lot of gold ore while we were down there. A lot more than I was expecting. I did not expect to have that kind of luck. So big wins, big wins. And we upgraded our house. You know, I think it's going to take a few days, but you know, it's going to look good. I don't know if it's like the size is going to get bigger, but I'm excited for whatever it looks like. All right. We got level 7 mining. Oh, we got level 6 combat. Okay. Interesting. All right, here we go. Day 11. Feels good. All right, the weather is going to be sunny all day. The spirits are very happy today. You don't see that very often. Okay. Oh, wow. She really is working on our house. Okay. I'm excited to see. I hope it visually looks different. I guess we'll see. Let's Let's see. We'll throw this in there. We'll, I think that might be it. That's all we need. Okay. All right. I wasn't sure if we'd have enough stuff to impress at the festival or the fair, but now I think we might. We got the star fruit too. We could use that. I haven't actually used that because I honestly have no idea what I would do with it, but okay. Looking good. Looking good. All right, we'll keep smelting some of these things. Let's see, where's our coal at? There we go. There we go. All right. I pretty much just keep doing that every time, you know? Feel like we definitely need it. And then I didn't realize preserve jars were so expensive. 8 pieces of coal is wild. But I do want to make more jams, and so I am kind of feeling the pressure to invest, you know? Whatever the heck this is, too. It's a worm bin. Compresses 100 pieces of slime into a slime egg. It's a miracle of science. I have no idea what that means. But it costs a lot. They must not realize coal is a hot commodity right now. Coal is a hot commodity. We got more brick. Not enough though. Not enough. Okay. All right, let's check on our progress here. We'll check on our chickens, check on our cows, you know. We got mover, we got, where are all of our cows at? I don't know if we can, if they have to reach a certain age before we can milk them. Okay, so they do have to reach a certain age. So I don't know how long that takes, but we got them, what, like 2 days ago? So maybe it's like a week or something. Maybe it's a couple days. I guess we'll keep checking. All right, we said hello to everyone, I think. Our crops are still going. Crops are still going. Looking good, looking good. Okay. Got some more pine tar. Yeah, I really want to... I'm just going to keep chopping down trees then. You know? As we continue to try to figure out what to do with this space. And I might actually go and get another cow. I think 4 cows would be probably the move, right? You know what I probably should put up? I probably should put up more tappers. Honestly, let's see what else we can build. I feel like there's probably some important stuff we're just not building yet that we probably should be. Wow, look at all these berries. Holy moly. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, what else can we build? We could build a loom. Turns raw wool into fine cloth. We don't have any wool though, so I don't know if that's necessarily the best. We wanted to build the cheese press, but We don't have that yet. The iron fins. Okay, okay. A bee house. We need maple syrup. Do we have all of our tappers? We need copper bars for the tappers. Okay. Man. Man, there's a lot to keep track of in this game. I will say that. We'll hold on to this copper for now, because we'll definitely need it. Honestly, I'm tempted to move this cabin over here. I feel like the cabin being right here would look so nice. But we'd have to take this all down, tear it all down, move this stuff. You know, it becomes a whole thing. There we go. All right. So what do we want to build today, guys? What should we look to build? How should we look to improve our overall farming experience? The Mayo machine, we need earth crystals and copper bars, so we could farm some copper, you know. We could definitely do that. Mushroom log grows mushrooms every so often. The more wild trees are nearby, the better it works. All right, let's just try it. I don't know what this does, but there's only one way you figure that out, right? You just do it. There we go. I guess we'll put them next to each other. Why not, right? We'll see if they grow any wild mushrooms. We could also take a trip to the community center as well. Wow, nothing. Those bats are really working hard, I see. They're really putting in the work. They must be on vacation or something. What the heck? All right, we said we were going to go to the community center, so let's just do that. Oh, it's already done. Okay. All right. Eggplant, pine tar, oak resin, maple syrup, aquamarine. Nice. Okay. All right. I'll bring the apples too. I don't know if it'll let me drop 2 apples or if I have to have the set of 3, but if it doesn't, then you know, we'll just come back. You know what I do need to do? I do need to buy more products. Let's see, what could we make a decent dollar off of? The bok choy, perhaps? Maybe more yams? Yeah, yams could be good. I feel like that would be decent. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Let's do that. We'll buy some yams. We bought 20 yams. Should be pretty good. And the bok choy as well. Or we could obviously buy more pumpkins. I feel like pumpkins just take so long. The bok choy, I mean, the yams cost 60. All right. All right, that's good. Well, I guess we'll sell the mayonnaise directly to him. Get that instant profit, you know? All right. At least we got a little bit of the money back. You know, just a tad. You know, enough to keep us going. Man, these blackberries really are everywhere. Like, the whole town is overrun with them. I feel like we should be making blackberry jam, but, you know, you need, you know, more preserve jars for that. All right, so we have thy pomegranate. And as soon as we're able to get some milk, we can make a cheese press. We can get cheese and we can finish that one. So that'll be great. Large eggs, I don't know where those come from. We need large eggs, the milk, and maybe a duck egg. I don't know. Where do we get ducks? All right, and these two are almost done. We'll get the yam and the pumpkins within the next couple days, so that'll be great. All in all, really good stuff. Let's see. Oh, we got the pine tar. Nice. Oh wow, we got the purple mushroom. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second, because I feel like some of these bundles ask for the same item, and so we have to be very careful, because I don't want to accidentally give it to one item and I need it for another. Like, we got the aquamarine. We'll throw that there. You see what I'm saying? Look at this baloney. Maple syrup required here too. And so we could give the maple syrup to this one. Let's see. Okay, so it does not let us give the apples unless we have all three. And, oh, it needs oak resin here too. And another pomegranate. That's crazy. All right. And this needs purple shell or purple mushroom. All right, so it seems like there's just some items are just asked for multiple times. So we just have to get multiple, which is fine. But this one, let's see if we can avoid it. It doesn't seem like it's avoidable. Either way, we need one of these and one of these for the other one and one of these. So it seems like it doesn't really matter. These are easier to get though. So I'm going to put these in here. The purple mushroom, I think that's the first one I found. And so, you know, probably best that we hold on to it. Autumn's Bounty. Wow, taste of the season. +2 foraging, +2 defense, +220 energy. It's huge. All right. And then there were two. Now we have common mushroom. And we have a hazelnut. What the heck? Oh, I really hope I didn't sell that. I really hope I didn't sell that. The hazelnut, I think we did use for the other. So we'll see. If so, then, you know, not the biggest deal. That one's almost done. Okay. We're making good progress on the community center. I must say, I feel like, you know, we've done a great job of, you know, placing attention on the community center. A lot more than I expected when we first saw it. When I first encountered, you know, all the things that we would need, all the items, it was a little intimidating. I won't deny that. No, but I feel like as we've gone on, you know, we've gotten pretty good at it. So now we do have, where the heck was the pine tar for? All right. Let's throw these in here. Let's see, what else? Oh, it looks like we had another pomegranate. I may have sold it. It's very possible. And if that is the case, then ripperonis, you know? The hazelnut as well, we might have used it. Unfortunate. Just gonna leave that stuff there. You know, for now. The apple. We'll just throw it in here for now. Actually, let me put these refined quartz in there, actually. All right, so we got that going. Feels good. All right. Let's go see where we can put these yams. Look at this. Look at all this open space here. Perfect for us to invest in the future plants. So I guess we'll just turn the rest of this into a yam farm, or at least this left side, because I was really struggling to remember what these items were. And did I just put the bok choy away? Unfortunate. Oh. Okay. The yams are ready. Nice. And I think we leveled up too. All right, let me grab the bok choy really quick. We'll finish that up and then we'll hit the mines once more. Because at this point, we're just grinding. We're just farming. You know what I mean? We got our yam, which is great. I think we needed it for the fall. Yeah, I'm going to wait till we get the pumpkin, and then we'll bring it back. So we'll just throw one of those up there. Yams, gold star yams sell for $2.40. I feel like that could be good. I'm just going to put both of those in there because I don't trust myself, you know, in case I accidentally sell one. You know what? I kind of want to keep I want to see if we pickle them. Like if we get pickled yams or candied yams or something like that. How would that work, you know? Would that sell for more? That is what we're hoping to find out. I really want to fill this middle space, guys. It is so empty. It is so empty. I hate it. I hate it so much. It's just so... There's just this empty, this void, you know? This void right here in the middle. And I simply don't know what to do with it. Not one bit. Honestly, I just want to buy a few cabins and just put them up just so that space is filled. You know what I'm saying? Just so that space is filled, I want to put some cabins. Like, turn this into a little villa, you know? So we got our cabin here, and then a little 4x4 square of cabins here, just to fill this space, because I'm pretty sure cabins are pretty cheap. And that might be what we do. We might just do that, because I cannot stand empty void space. You know, it's like at least something would be there. You know what I mean? Like at least something would be here. This is just terrible. Maybe put a little fish pond right in the middle. I think that might be what we do. But obviously we have to wait until Robin's done. All right, we got enough for the cheese press, so let's just go ahead and buy it. We got one of those. It looks like we could craft 3. I guess we should make all 3, right? I'm going to make the tappers, actually. Make the tappers. I'm going to put them both right here. The cheese press. I'm going to throw it right over here. Yeah, I guess well, we could put it right in front, right? Like, we could put it somewhere like this. The cheese press can go here. We'll put a couple of them here, and then we could put the mayo machines here. Honestly, I don't really know, man. You know, we just kind of... We just try to take it day by day and hope for the best. And pretty much we're just wood farming at this point. You know, we're just trying to collect as much wood as we can because everything requires wood apparently. Literally everything. And so we're just trying to make the most of it. I know that those little wood blocks aren't going to get us there. I think there's like a whole section of wood down here. Whole section of trees that we never visit. Look at this. Look at all this area. I never come down here. I think the last time I was here was for the fishing derby. Okay. I'm glad we got that perk that gives us more wood too, because I think that was the right call. I really think that was the right call. Look at all these blackberries. I mean, this just makes me want to have an entire shed full of preserve jars and just have the whole thing be dedicated to just making jam. Just making jam, 24/7 jam making. I would have a shed for honestly, we might put 2 more cabins and then start really trying to save up. Oh, there we go. We need that mushroom. That's huge. Might start saving up for a few sheds, so each cabin will have its own shed, which would look really nice. All right. Let's see. Just give us a little bit more energy. We just need a little bit more. We just need a little bit more. We got this. Okay. What the heck is this? Only a master of the 5 ways may enter. What the heck? I feel like, okay. You know, I don't even know. There's so many random mysteries in this game. You know, and it's not what you wouldn't expect it from like a farming sim game, you know? Or at least I wouldn't. I don't know. But in a way, I don't really know what to expect. And so perhaps that's exactly what they were hoping for. You know, by the time I realized it, it was already too late. But I think we leveled up, so we should be fine. There we go. +1 hoe proficiency, +1 watering can proficiency, level 8 farming, y'all. And level 8 foraging. Oh, we got the warp totem for the farm. Oh, baby. baby. And a survival burger. Ironically enough, we just got that too. So that's kind of huge. That is kind of huge. All right. Not a big money day, but that's okay. All right. So it's going to be cloudy with gust of wind. All right. Spirits are very happy today. Okay. I know I said this like the last 2 days. We will go to the mines today. That is the goal. That is the goal. Robin is still working hard on our farm. You're lucky I found you last night. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I know. We passed out. This was all, it was intentional. At least we got a lot of wood, though. I mean, all things considered, you know, it could have been much worse. Yeah, I'm seriously about to make some beachside villas. You know what I mean? I can't even see our little mushroom things. There we go. All right, I'm going to throw this there. Let's check on our crops. There we go. There we go. Things are growing. Things are growing. Dude, it's so funny the grapes are ready now because we just got our kegs. There we go. Okay. We just got our kegs, so I'm hoping we could throw the grapes in there and maybe make a little vino. Could be good, right? Could be good. I'm already going crazy with the possibilities. All right, let's see. Can we... Oh, let's check on our cows while we're down here. Might as well, right? Wow, I feel like our cows take like a week to mature. I can't... They're still babies. They say they grow up so fast. That is obviously not true. My cows refuse to grow up, no matter how much I want them to. All right, well, it is what it is. We got some mayonnaise going. We got some coal going. This whole thing is becoming very self-automated. We like to see it. All right, the melon jelly is going to give us some good money. I'm going to turn these yams in. Well, maybe we'll do 2. What do you guys think? I mean, we could do 2. And then try the eggplants as well. So maybe I can try, you know, I'll try the eggplants. I just want to know how much they give us, you know. Should we, because we got 6 gold ones. So I'm going to hold on to the gold ones and see if they give us, if the eggplants give us a decent amount. And then I'm going to try the yams. Do something a little different with this batch. Maybe they'll cook faster too. I don't know. It might all take the same. All right, so we're just trying to get some ingots. We're just getting some ingots going. You know, it's always nice to have, right? We got some, let's see, some refined quartz from that last batch. We got 112 blackberries. Holy moly. We'll see how many we can get by the end of the season and then just turn them all in. You know, that could be a strat. The grapes we are going to turn in as well. Oh, we do have a hazelnut. What the heck? Now, where did we get that? All right, so we actually need that hazelnut. We need the hazelnut. We need the mushroom. We need the yam. I think we already turned the eggplant in, so should be good there. I think for the yam, we're just waiting for the pumpkin. Yeah, we're just waiting for the pumpkin. Then we'll turn the yam in. So that'll finish that one. We'll get the cheese. That'll finish that one. And then we got this stuff. Milk, Goat milk? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It seems like some of these are going to take a while. This one will be finished, the fall foraging bundle, so that's good. All right, and then we're just working on this one, which I guess we'll have to wait till the winter, I guess. All right, it's good though. That's good though. At least we know that it's all working. Let's check out the kegs. How much? We can make 1 keg. How unfortunate. What about the oak resin though? Oh, it's pine tar. Which one gives you oak resin? We've got this tree. We've got a couple of these trees. I'm assuming this is an oak tree. Because this is pine. And this is whatever the heck that is. I don't even know. Not even sure, to be honest. All right. And then with the rest of the day, I guess we'll just hit the mines. Do a little more farming. Might as well, right? All right, let me throw a little bit more in here. Honestly, I'm just going to keep doing that. Just keep getting the coal, keep getting coal going, you know, and then see. Let's see. Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. And we'll hold on to 3. Actually, I'm just going to hold on to 2 because we have this as well. And so this is really just good money. Now that we have this, honestly, we probably don't need to hold on to these. We got some field snacks as well. But you know what? You know how it is. We always run out of energy. It always feels like we're low on energy. And so I'd rather just not take the risk. All right, let's head to the mines and see what we can get into. We did talk about farming some copper, and so we could hit these earlier levels. Interesting. There we go. Dude, we need copper so bad. So bad. I feel like if we can just get to like the 50s or 60s, we'll be looking pretty good. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Give us the good stuff. Oh, earth crystals. We need that for sure. All right, let's see what's over here. Might as well grab the stone, right? You know what? Speaking of stone, we could make like a little gated, like a little stoned in community, you know? Take that little big plot of land that has absolutely nothing there and potentially invest it. Yeah. Yeah, spin move. Easy. But yeah, we could take all that money or all of that empty space and make like a little gated community in a way. I feel like that could look pretty nice. Honestly, I'm just throwing ideas out there, hoping that something sticks. Maybe I'll get inspired. What the heck? Anyway, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I know we're just at about the 2-hour mark here. hopefully you guys are still with me. I know this is it's a long process. You know, I may have been a little overzealous when I said, yeah, we'll cover an entire week in each episode, because these episodes they're long ones, but you know, I think it allows us to potentially, you know, show more progress in an episode than would normally be done, you know, which I think is a good thing. Oh, we got rubber boots. Nice. Dude, this is great. We really needed these earth crystals. I was surprised when it said we ran out. Like, it's not something I'm used to seeing. I felt like we always had earth crystals, so, you know, to my surprise. There we go. Honestly, this is great for my combat experience. I think our combat might be one of our lowest, because we just don't fight. You know, we just run away. That's about it. All right, how much copper do we get? 26. Not the best. Not the best. We'll try the first few levels again and see. Man, we keep getting this floor, which is weird. I'm not used to that. Yes, look at those gems. We love gems. We love them. Oh, thank goodness. This is exactly what we needed. Yes. Holy moly, dude. Finding copper is something I really feel like I struggle with in this game. And I feel like you need it so much for a lot of really useful items. But this just set us up nicely. I feel like after this, we'll be looking pretty good. There we go. Look at all that loot too. I can't believe they still hit me. That's crazy. That's crazy. Completely juked me out. All right, that puts us at about 66. Nice. Let's see if we can hit 90 while we're here. What time? We have 9 p.m. Not too bad. Not too bad. I think we can make it. Yes. Man, the enemies down here are aggressive. please don't do this. Please don't do this. Give us thy stairs. Oh, wow. Are we really out of space? Unfortunate. I thought we cleared out our backpack too, so I don't know. I wish there was like a bigger backpack. You know what I mean? Like, I know 36 is a decent amount of space, but it would be cool to have like a whole nother page, you know? I'm talking 50 easily would be, that would be ideal. All right, let's go ahead and just pop a couple field snacks. We have so many. This is the kind of stash that I would have loved to have had back in the spring. You know, 20 field snacks. I felt like the materials to make them, I felt like just, you know, were so, you know, so few and far between. Nope, didn't mean to do that. There we go. That is the luck we needed. There we go. We'll take all this gold ore. As much as we can carry, you know? Oh, another diamond. Oh, somebody's got to go. I'm sorry. All this fiber, you got to go. Sorry. Can't be helped. Honestly, when it comes to the fair, I feel like that's the secret strat that nobody's telling me about. Just put diamonds. Just put a bunch of diamonds. There's no way you could lose. At this point, I think we've got like 4 or 5 diamonds. We even sold one earlier too. Honestly, that copper bar is too good to lose. Too good to lose. Honestly, let's just drop a couple of these. I don't actually use these. Okay, okay. All right. I see. Definitely could be. I've actually never used the bombs. I thought they were for fighting, but I guess they're for mining. Or so it would seem. Oh, man. The decisions are getting tough, aren't they? I know dropping that hardwood is really going to trigger someone, but listen. Listen, you put yourself in my shoes, okay? Just put yourself in my shoes, just for 2 seconds. All right. How does that feel? You know what I mean? It's not great, is it? You know? Absolutely not. No, this is a stressful situation that we're in. You know, we have to make some tough calls. You know, and in this moment, I'm sorry, hardwood had to go. You know, it's nothing personal. You know, it's nothing personal. I promise. Okay, it's a little personal. But no, not really. All right, so we got all that stuff. Cleared our pockets at least just a little bit. Looks good to me. Actually, let me throw a few more of these in. I feel like that's the trick. You know, you throw a few ingots in there. Our house is officially upgraded, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. But you throw a couple of ingots in the furnace before you go to bed, and then when you wake up, they're ready. I probably should have did that with gold ore, because I know gold ore takes the longest. And so doing that overnight is a really great way to just have it done fast. But I don't know. We didn't have gold ore on us at the moment, so we had to make a choice. Oh, baby. Our house actually does look different. What the heck? Move this thing right here. What the heck? Oh, that's huge, y'all. What the heck? Our house actually does. I didn't know our house actually got bigger. This is actually massive. No, but the bed's definitely got to go right here. You know what I mean? It's got to go right here. You know how many times we're running late on time? That's huge. All right. It's going to be cloudy with gusts of wind throughout the day. All right. Spirits are very happy today. All right, so let's check on our crops. We'll hit the community center. We'll throw some gold ore in here. Actually, you know what? Let's throw some copper, because copper bars we definitely need. All right, let me put these random boots that we got away. This sword as well. All right, I think we're good otherwise. All right, looking good. Looking good. Okay. What is this? Rice shoot? Plant these in the spring. Okay, so not really useful for us at the moment. But the let's see, fruits and vegetables. We have a forage section. All right, so this is forage, so we'll throw these in there. Okay. No, it's looking good. Looking good. One thing I really enjoy is how organized we've become. I mean, you guys, you have to be at least somewhat proud, right? I mean, we were an absolute mess when we first started this game. And now I feel like we're a slightly less mess, you know? But like, you know, we still got some work to do. Still got some work to do for sure. Honestly, just keep the coal coming. Just keep the coal coming. Okay, I think these cows are fully grown. That's a grown cow sound. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right, it is time. It is time to make a little milk. And then maybe make a little cheese while we're at it. All right, so one of these milks will go into the community center, right? Is it like a... Oh, no. I think we need a large milk. I don't know how the heck that works. Maybe it's just luck. Maybe we just get lucky. All right. A wild plum. Nice. Okay. So we'll definitely need to make more of those cheese presses. All right. Pumpkins are coming along. They're taking forever, but it seems like they will eventually be ready. All right, cranberries came in hot. All right, so we will get rid of these ones. We'll sell we'll turn the other ones into jam maybe and see how if that works out for us. Maybe we'll make a profit off of it. We'll see. Yeah, let's make some kegs. Let us make some kegs, shall we? We could make one keg. That is unfortunate. You know what? One is better than none, right? Let's just get one going. I don't know if we want to put it here or if we want to throw it maybe down here with the rest of the stuff. I don't know. Throw it right in the middle here. We could. I don't know. Part of me doesn't like that at all. Not one bit. But you know what? We can always move it, right? We can always move it. And so I'm just going to throw it right here for now. We'll throw some wine in there. Ooh, our wine, if our wine ends up being really good, we could turn that into the festival as well. All right, we got our milk, so actually I'm going to put the pail away. And I think I'm just going to keep doing that. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Hopefully that's not terribly inoptimal. All right. We'll take that. We'll take that one too. And we will keep the mayo coming. I still want to work on a boardwalk. I really have envisioned a boardwalk. I feel like that would look really, really nice. All right, let me go check and see with Robin what she needs for this to go down. Actually, you know what? It wouldn't even matter because we don't even have enough Oh, we needed 100 hardwood for a stable. And I think we needed copper bars as well. And 10,000 gold. Because, of course. You know what I mean? Of course. I don't know how we get 10,000 gold right now. I mean, maybe if we sell this jam, that'll give us maybe just enough. We might actually have to sell a few more things as well. We could sell all these blackberries, which I'm very tempted to do. I don't think blackberries would give us that much, honestly. I really don't. Maybe I'm wrong, you know? The tomatoes, you know, we kept a lot of this stuff to pickle it, you know what I mean? But you know, we only have 4 preserve jars, which I thought was a lot at the time. And now, you know, now I'm not so sure. Actually, no, I am sure. It's not a lot. I think we need at least 10. You know what I mean? I think we need at least 10. Oh, what the heck? We had pumpkin seeds here. What the heck? Rip. All right, it's the 13th, so I'm actually going to plant these because we need them. You know, we really need them. And I think we had some high quality fertilizer. We could try this out too and see how that works. But yeah, I think, you know. All right, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I know, I just realized we made the to-do list. We downloaded the mod for the to-do list, and we have not used it at all today. But listen, I feel like we've done a pretty good job staying on track. You know what I mean? I think all things considered, looks pretty good. Do we need to water them again? I don't think so, right? I think we're good. All right, so those will be more pumpkins. And then this over here will, I mean, it could be yams, but I guess we'll throw a little bit of the bok choy up. Actually, you know what? We need to. All right. Well, that's better than nothing, right? I know it's not going to look pretty organized, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't even matter. At this point, we just got to get the stuff down. Just got to get the stuff down. All right, we got the cheese, y'all. We got the cheese. There we go. That's what we wanted. We got the cheese. We got the... Do we need the plum for anything? I don't think so, right? But we do need the cheese. So we'll take that. Wow, cheese gives us what? 276? That's not bad. That's not bad at all. All right, let's check our chest and make sure we don't miss anything else. We're going to go around. Do a little roundabout. I really thought I put that yam on. Okay, maybe we didn't. I was waiting for the pumpkin, but honestly, at this point, it's whatever. The pumpkins clearly do not want to grow. If I drop I think I dropped the pumpkins on the first day too, so I'm not exactly sure why they're not ready. It said 13 days, so it should be done tomorrow. We had one of those blackberries you sold at the shop for dinner last night. I guess it was starting to go bad and my dad couldn't bear to throw it out. It was still pretty good though. Okay. All right. Now, one of my big goals in the fall will be to foster relationships, or in the winter, I should say. I really want to foster more relationships. I really want to spend time in the town. You know, up to now, we've just been building, you know, building, and expanding and doing all that kind of thing. So it's going to be really nice to evolve, you know what I mean? And get to know some of the people. All right, so that one's done. All right, just waiting on the pumpkin for that one. And then waiting on this stuff here. And we'll just need to get the animal bundle. Oh, we got another keg. Dude, that's huge. Okay, kegs are... They're a bit more expensive than I thought they would be. All right, here we go. Another one done. Oh, wow. 30 fall seeds. Holy moly. All right, we could just sell it, or we could plant them and make even more fall seeds. I don't know how that would work, actually. Well, actually, that could work. Yeah, we could almost double our profits there. All right, so we just need this one done, and then we'll get the bridge repair, whatever that means. And then, yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. I might just sell those seeds, though. Actually, no, I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna use them. I might need to make a whole nother, I don't know, a whole nother section, because I don't have enough plot of land for the section that we have now. All right, let's sell a few things to Pierre's. I think because we're low on money and we're thinking about buying a horse possibly, I think we'll get rid of this melon jelly, the mayonnaise, the fall seeds I think I'll hold on to. We already turned in the yams, so we should be good there. But I will turn in those ones. And the cranberries, I don't know if the cranberries are really going to produce that much for us. We'll turn that in. And then the wild plum. All right, I think that's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. Okay. All good stuff. All good stuff. Where are we going? We're going to Robin's, right? Man, this better get us, I mean, this horse, it better do some wonders for us. You know what I'm saying? It better do some wonders. All right, let's see. So we can upgrade our house again. It will cost 65,000 gold. And you also need to provide me 100 pieces of hardwood. Wow. Okay. It'll be a while before we get that. That's for sure. All right, let's see what we got. So I was talking about a big barn. Oh, so the big barn is what unlocks goats. Oh, rip, dude. We do need those goats. We do need those goats. And allows animals to give birth. Wow, that's crazy. We have the stone, and I think we're close to the wood, and we're close to the gold. Oh, and this big coop, it unlocks ducks. Wow. Okay, so a big coop and a big barn. So this gives us the goats, this gives us the ducks, and they're all very expensive. We need the iron bars. This will give us a stable, which will allow us to ride a horse. I still feel like the stable's the best bet because we just got the big coop. We just got the coop. We just got the barn this season. So I feel like it could be a nice progression of things to, in the winter, get the big coop and the big barn. You know, I feel like that could be a nice progression of things. And then now, right now, we could get the stable. But look at this. This is what we were talking about. This is instant too. And you can change the look of them too. So you can select what style cabin we want it to look like. Now we chose this because it looked like it would be on the beach, but it also looks like it could be in the forest, you know, the woods. I want something that looks a little bit inviting, and they're only 100 gold too. Like something like this, I feel like could be really good. You know, this is burned down. This is worn down. If you have somebody staying at this one that you know, you're not that friendly with them. You know what I mean? I like how these two have like little, it's like a little, wow, I almost want to do these. Because you could put a couple of these maybe in a row or or something like that. These trailer homes, but they're like kind of like it's like glamping in a way. You know what I mean? It was either that or this one. And so interesting. All right. I kind of want to do this one. I feel like this kind of fits with the beach aesthetic, you know. Yeah, it's like a cabin. I don't know. Or is it a cabin? I don't know. It says it's a cabin, but it's like a trailer park. It's like a, you know, something like that. I do like this one, though. I will say I do like this one. I just want to see what it looks like. So it doesn't take up that much space, as you can see. But the way I imagined it would be like an enclosed space, kind of like a nice square space like this, you know, just to give us a little bit of purpose, because I don't really know what to do with this area. And then right next to each other, 1, 2, and 3, you got a couple of, or maybe even 1, 2, and 3, you got a couple like lined up here, or maybe like stagger them a little bit, you know, so you got maybe one here, and then one down here. I don't know, just something to use the space with, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's really where I'm struggling is I don't really know what to do with this space. You know, like I said, like there's, you know, we still have stuff that we haven't built up yet, but I don't know. A couple of trailer, like tractor homes could look nice. Okay, that was entirely an accident, but that's okay. I think we can move it, right? All right. So we got one there, right? And I mean, we could put 2 next to each other and then one up top. And like they serve no real purpose, you know what I mean, other than just aesthetics. But all right, so something like this. And so then we build this third one kind of adjacent a little bit. You know what I mean? So something like this. Maybe a little bit closer, probably like that. And then we'll have a path that leads to each one of them. Or we'll put them in a kind of like fenced in, you know what I mean? Fenced in, gated community kind of. I don't know. It's just a thought. You know what I'm saying? It's just a thought. And so let's see. If we were to put one more, but maybe try out just to see, give us an idea of what one of these homes would look like, then what would we be looking at? I don't even know where we would put this thing. We got a cabin there. So, I mean, we could, in theory, put a second one. You know what I mean? We could put one here. That could look nice. And again, we're going to end up moving a lot of this stuff too, so, you know. But it's just like, you know, if it's like if we're looking just to build the space up, you know what I mean? I think some of these ideas could work. So you kind of have a house that's connected to, and the shed will go right next to it, you know, which I think could look really good. All right, I think Robin's is probably going to be closed by the time we come back, unfortunately. What does she close at 5? So definitely not going to be enough time for us. It's going to take us like half an hour just to get back home. All right, so we'll go. And if we miss it, then we miss it. You know, not the world's biggest deal, but definitely wishing I had that triple espresso right now. I feel like just going up the other way probably would have been faster. You know, if I had to guess. Yeah, unfortunate. RIP. All right. No worries. I had a feeling it was 5. I was hoping I was wrong and it was 6, but I knew it was 5. I had you just knew. All right, no worries. Well, let's go take a look at what our new home looks like now that we have a bunch of new homes there. And if it still crowds, if it just creates a more crowded space, then, you know, I know this doesn't look the best right now. I know it doesn't look the best right now because we don't have it like fenced in or anything like that, but I feel like once we get it fenced in, it's going to look pretty darn good. Thankfully, we got that second keg. I think that's going to really help us out. Just going to throw one in there. And then the rest of it we can just leave there. All right, all of our seed packs we can... All right. That looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. I think we're going to go with the horse. I think we're going to put, I don't even know where we're going to put the stable. Honestly, I didn't even think about that. Unfortunate. But I think like this looks better. This automatically looks better. You know, just having a little house here. Obviously, like once we get enough for the shed, we'll tear this all down. We'll put a shed here. And then that'll look really good. And then we'll have the path go from this house, and it'll come down and, you know, kind of tend to this area over here, which will look really good. I don't know what kind of path we want to use though. I mean, we've tested out a couple of them. You know, some of them I wasn't like the biggest fan of, you know, oh, the iron fence we thought about too. All right, I'm going to try with 40 of those first and see. We can also make another... Oh, we can make a couple more of these. What is this? Oh, now that we got the earth crystals. We definitely need to make more cheese presses, though. At least 3. Yeah. We'll sit on that idea for now and then try to figure out what seems the best. But I like this. I didn't like this wood path, but I do like this rustic plank floor. All right, we're going to try that. We're going to see what that looks like. But as far as this area, what I had always imagined was just kind of having like, you know, like a... Like just like a little gated community in a way. I don't know. Again, I don't know how this is going to look in practice, but you know, if we did something like this, it's actually really hard to do this on controller. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you. It's actually really tough, at least for me. All right, so basically we would have something like this, you know? And then it would kind of go up and do something like that, you know? So it'd kind of be symmetrical, but yeah, essentially at least we would have like, you know, a decent area. Now I could have probably put them all lined up next to each other, but I wanted to see what it looked like if there was some dimension, and obviously we could move them, you know, if we really want to, you know, we could always move them. So, you know, there's that, but at least it makes this space feel like there's something going on here. And I think we're going to upgrade it at some point, move it, maybe change the houses. Maybe they'll all be this style of house. You know, but I wanted to try it out with the tractor trailers. We might actually, I could see us potentially moving those and maybe putting the tractor trailers all lined up here, right on the beach. And then maybe moving, you know, that house, maybe moving it over here and having a shed attached to it, or, you know, something like that. I could see that working too. So, you know, it's nice to just, you know, try to test these things out and see what works and see what doesn't. And in terms of the path, we talked about the path going from here. We already kind of started this right here, as you can see. So you got something like this, and then I guess we could kind of mimic it over here. Something like that. No, it's not too bad. Not too bad. Now the path will continue here and then kind of run its way up, you know, along the beach, and then kind of lead to the, you know, kind of lead to the house. That's right there. But it'll probably lead to the trailer park. I actually like the idea of having the 3 trailer parks stacked, you know, kind of right next, you know, on top of each other a little bit. And then they all get a little beachside trailer park area, which could look really nice. I want to put up a bunch of torches too. So, you know, this path will lead us all the way, you know, to the outside, you know, to the stone path. But if you follow it down, it'll come all the way down here. So I think I'm actually going to end up moving the house again. All of that stuff I'll probably end up working on a little bit tomorrow as I kind of just, you know, finish out the week and things like that. But I don't know. Exciting stuff, guys. Exciting stuff. I might test all that stuff tomorrow, see what it looks like. And then, yeah, we'll kind of see where we go from there. But I think that's going to be a good spot for us to stop it for this episode. You know, I don't want to make this video too long for you guys. I know you guys joke about, you know, if we did an 8-hour video, you would still watch it, but I don't want to force you through an 8-hour video. So, yeah, I will say that, yeah, I think we made some great progress here. Obviously, I misspoke. I thought that the festival was this week, but it actually is next week. So in our next episode, our week 3 of fall, we will be diving in to the fair, which I'm really excited about, and trying to get our best stuff ready for our display. I'm assuming it should be all gold stuff. So, you know, if we really want to win, and I do want to win. And so, yeah, we're going to go with that, you know, but I'm looking forward to that. That'll be in our next episode. And, but today, I mean, I think we did a lot of great stuff. I mean, we upgraded our house. That was huge. And, you know, now we have more room to put up a lot of the displays and decorations that we've acquired over the other events that we've done, from the egg hunt to everything in between. And so really good stuff. Really excited about it. I think we made some great progress. Excited about putting up some houses. I didn't know we could just put up as many houses as we want. And so I think this is going to be a great way for us to kind of fill out the space a little bit, because I have really struggled with figuring out how to lay out this beach farm. But as we put up more things and more buildings, I'm starting to get a better idea of what we could potentially do with this space. And so really excited to show you guys and have you along on that journey as we continue to explore this together. And so, as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the content, you want to support me, support the channel, a great free way to do so is by dropping a like on this video, subscribing, all that good YouTube stuff. And yeah, join our Discord. We've got a great cozy community that we're growing over there. Would love to have you hang out with us in between streams and videos and things like that. Hang out with folks who love to be engaged in the cozy space and just have a good time and relax and chill. You know, our Discord is perfect for that. So would love to have you over there as well. And again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.